Hi Capricorn, how's it going? Hope you're having a good February so far. It's very nearly March as I'm doing this, but if you're watching in the future, no problem. The best time to watch these readings is right now when you're ready to watch them. So I'm going to do you guys a 5-card tarot spread now. Capricorn, we will see what comes out. I'm using Tarot in Wonderland, which seems to be very popular, and I love using it actually. The images in it are very deep and very compelling as well because they go so deep. They kind of have that soul level connection. And we'll do some chakra cards as we go along as well, just to find out what the connection is between the inner self and the kind of outer universe that's playing into our lives. So what then, I wonder, is the first card in this reading for the sign of Capricorn? Let's find out. Let's give me a first card for the sign of Capricorn, please. The first card for Capricorn. We'll turn one over, and it's the 10 of Pentacles. There we are. Now then, this looks a real nice card. Looks like everyone's asleep here, doesn't it? But you just know that when everyone's having a nice sleep like that, sooner or later they're going to wake up. Probably sooner, and things are going to get moving. So Capricorn, maybe everything's quiet. Maybe everything is gentle with you at the moment. Maybe it isn't though, because another quite important aspect of this card is, you see the portraits over the top of the chair there, that represents family, you know, and ancestors as well, going way back, because we're all standing on the shoulders of everyone who went before us. Hopefully your family relationships are good and supporting you, and you know, that doesn't have to be blood family, that can be soul family as well. And if that isn't supporting you at the moment, Capricorn, you might want to do something about changing that. Sometimes that needs to happen before you can really get the progress you want. But nevertheless, the 10 of Pentacles, it looks like one stage of completion has already happened, you know, as if you've finished one part of your journey and you're moving on to the next part of your journey. It's quite a powerful time when that happens. So if it isn't quiet for you now, try and do something to make it quiet. That's going to be really kind of rounding off the last part of whatever's been going on in your life and being ready for what's going to come in next. Okay, now then, let's go into the chakra deck. I am using Rachel Sharman's chakra reading cards here. They're really quite powerful. I've been using them in all of this set of readings actually, and I haven't had them for very long, but as I get used to working with them, they're really nice. They work on the 9 chakra system, so that's the 7 we've already got: the root, the sacral, coming upwards, the solar plexus, the higher and lower heart. This deck just has one, and it's green, sort of representing the lower heart, but the lower heart is what the higher heart stands on, so that's no bad thing. Throat chakra, of course, third eye, and crown chakra. But as well as those, before the base chakra, way down in the ground, we've got the earth star chakra, and above the crown chakra, sort of slightly off into space, we have got the Stargate chakra, and all of those are represented in this deck. So let's shuffle these and say, give us a card to tell us a bit more on the chakra level, please, about the 10 of Pentacles in this reading for the sign of Capricorn. Tell us more about the 10 of Pentacles, please. Now then, what have we got? So we'll turn one over. Here we are. Now this is solar plexus chakra energy. This one, going by the border on it, it's divine wisdom. Now that book looks to me as if it's the kind of thing that might give you a lot of guidance. Excuse me, it's freezing in it. Might give you a lot of guidance and a lot of inspiration while you're actually asleep, having this 10 of Pentacles sleep experience here. And this can come in that much more powerfully because this is a 10. This is one stage of completion of your journey. So you will have learned a lot. So while you're having that sleep, you're sort of assimilating all this amazing divine knowledge here. It's a very powerful image, this one, actually. And it makes me think of the Akashic Records. And when we think of the ancestor side of the 10 of Pentacles, where we're actually standing on the shoulders, not just of the family we know, you're kind of up to grandparents, maybe great-grandparents level, but all the way back to the beginning of time, because that is a very strong thing. You know, we all do go back somewhere. We might not be able to find it out exactly, and we might not know where our family started off kind of hundreds of thousands of years ago. But it did actually happen at some point. It must have. And we are actually the product of all that knowledge that we don't have access to, but which the universe knows all about. And it's that knowledge, that kind of depth of understanding that comes to us with our soul family, because we never quite know why friends come to us exactly, why exactly we're drawn to one another if it's outside of the family. But there is a soul family going on there. There is a connection, and it links right back. So if family connections aren't looking too positive at the moment for you, Capricorn, then you're really being invited to do something about that with the Ten of Pentacles. And the divine wisdom is very powerful. So if this life isn't making sense to you at the moment, believe me, it makes sense somewhere along the line. And the universe is on the case and working with you about that. Okay, now then, let us go back into Tarot in Wonderland and have a shuffle. And I'm going to say let's have the second card in this 5-card spread for the sign of Capricorn, please. I'm doing this late February 2020, but you watch it when you want to watch it. That's the whole point. Do have a look through my channel, by the way. There are about sort of 660-ish videos on there now. Most of which actually are our readings of one kind or another. There's a lot of astrology on there, but many tarot readings. And if you're drawn to a video, go ahead and watch it, okay? It doesn't matter even if it's not for your star sign. If you feel drawn to it, you'll find something out. Maybe it's for a different star sign and you wonder why, and then you'll meet someone of that star sign, or maybe that star sign plays into your birth chart somewhere along the line. The Ten of Pentacles, by the way, which we just had, earth sign energy, so it's very much about you, Capricorn, or Taurus, or Virgo, okay? Because that's where the Pentacles do their work. So then, the Hierophant. That's the one that's come out here. Let's take a look at that. Grinning Cheshire Cat here. There we go, that's the Hierophant. And it makes me think of the higher chakras as well, this one, because it is all about that. It is actually all about your own inner spiritual positivity and your ability, I guess, to be positive and to get positive results out of where you are, where things seem to be going, and really how things feel. You know, that's really the first trigger. If things don't feel right, particularly in terms of your soul family, as we were looking at with the Ten of Pentacles there, you do need to look inside yourself. In the traditional image of this card, someone has gone to see a priest. Well, two people have gone to see a priest. And Alice is consulting the Cheshire Cat in the same kind of way, a bit like as if we would go to see a priest. But the Cheshire Cat, because the whole Alice in Wonderland story really is about a dream that she has after she's eaten the eat me thing and drank the drink me thing. She gets this amazing dream. So it is actually all within her, all the knowledge she needs to go on her journey and come to the next stage of maturity in her life, which I guess we're always working towards, however old we are. All of us are on that path somewhere. And she needs to consult her inner self as much as anything. And that's what this card is asking you to do, okay? Again, we might find some tensions between the way you are, the way you need to be, and the way the world around you is, and how you're generally speaking being treated as you try and go forward on your journey. You may need to cut some cords, okay? That is often the case when we get the Hierophant coming in. This is Taurus energy, by the way, so it's earth sign again. It's very grounded, and do get yourself grounded if you possibly can. Visualize yourself sending those roots down deep into the earth. Okay, now then, drop the chakra deck there. So, okay, let's sort everything out and bring it back in, and we'll have a shuffle, and I'll say, tell us more, please, about the Hierophant in this reading for the sign of Capricorn. Tell us more about the Hierophant, please, in this reading for the sign of Capricorn. What is the Hierophant card trying to tell us? We'll turn one over, and we're in the base chakra, the root chakra, so this relates to money, safety and security, as it relates to the Hierophant at the same time. So it is a very grounding kind of chakra, the base chakra. It really is where everything begins on our journey from the world, the human side of things that we know all about, up into the higher realms. And it's family. So this is relating to the Ten of Pentacles as well. And there was a soul family issue that came up there with the Hierophant. So it's playing into that also. Now we've got some monkeys here, and that is really how far back our families go. That's what everything is built on as we've come even to these amazing sort of modern days of space travel, if they really do it, by the way. I miss the old conspiracy theory videos on YouTube. I wish they'd allow more of those to come back, because they were sort of great fun. And you know, there's a lot of insecurity there, but then insecurity is a normal human condition. And when the base chakra comes up, we do need to be thinking about that feeling of safety, that feeling of security. Most of us are thinking about money most of the time already, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. But there we are, it's the base chakra. It's a call towards grounding again. And just that thought of the family there, you know, think of the family, think where the family has brought you to. Even if your connection with your own world family isn't too strong, think about where that connection has brought you to, Capricorn, and think about the soul family level of things as well, because that is so important. And that really, when we look at the apes there, that is how far back the family goes. I've said that before in this reading, but it's important. It really is. You know, we are always having to be aware that we are the product of everything that's gone before us, going right back to the apes. Okay, so the Hierophant there, look deep within your own soul, you know, and ask yourself, is reality and is the way you're being urged to go and just the way your life is there a gap between that and how you'd like things to be? Bring that gap together, okay? There's a lot to be said for being happy and comfortable. And, you know, we do have to focus on the root chakra, the base chakra, nearly, well, absolutely every time we do a chakra meditation, but nearly all the time in life, because we do need to feel secure to really be ourselves in a positive way. And, you know, if a lot of people, and if you're one of these people, think of this, a lot of people kind of just, even if they feel insecure, they'll kind of stamp their foot and say, no, I'm going to be fine. Well, I mean, great, wonderful, but do think of the actual inner feeling that goes with that, because that is an important one. It really is. Okay, and it's more about how you feel inside than the face you show to the world, particularly with the Hierophant, because that's all about inner knowledge. Okay. So let's have a shuffle and say, let's have the third card in this 5-card spread for the sign of Capricorn, please. And this is going to be the heart of the matter, actually. This is going to be what it's all about. And I think this is going to be showing us the change that's happening as we go through life at this point. Okay, so tell us more in this reading and give us, please, the middle card, the heart of the matter for the sign of Capricorn in this reading. We'll turn one over, and it's the Two of Cups. There it is. Okay, now that is a fantastic card for relationships, and it suggests that a relationship is about to happen, or if it's already happened, it's going to get bigger, it's going to get stronger, and it's going to have a lot more powerful influence in your life than it's happening now. So this is really good. If you're looking for love, it's on its way in. For sure, you know, it's never actually far away, love. It feels a long way away from us quite often, but it's never really too far away. So this shows that it's actually coming in at the moment, and this is very positive. Now, as the heart of the matter, this card has something to do with all the other cards in the reading. So think back to the Ten of Pentacles, that family influence, that kind of coming to a stage of completion with things. Think about the Hierophant asking you to look inside yourself, and think about how both of those would actually affect you if a relationship was about to strike up and about to start. If this is a love reading for you, Capricorn, then that's what we're looking at here. Very positive indeed. But it could be any kind of relationship, really, and that's worth bearing in mind. In any case, it's something that's going to bring productivity. You know, that's a rather ugly modern word, isn't it? But it's good to have productive lives, and that really is the great thing about relationships. They're productive, they get things moving. And where we link up with either someone like-minded or someone who we love, then that is actually always very positive, because it takes us into new ground. We start learning about the things that they care about, and we start understanding a lot more about the things we care about as well. So lots of interaction indicated there, and it's the heart of the matter. So it's around you somewhere. You know, if you're looking for that Capricorn, it's under your nose somewhere in the picture. It really is, and it's coming in. It really is coming in for sure. Okay, so we'll go back into the chakra deck, have a shuffle, and say, tell us more, please, about the Two of Cups in this reading for the sign of Capricorn. Tell us more about the Two of Cups, please. Let's find out where we're going. What is that green teapot in the Two of Cups sky actually pouring into their cups there? Nothing too dodgy, I hope. We'll turn one over. And it's number 9, it's flexibility, and we're into the sacral chakra here, which has a lot to do with our sensuality, sexuality, dare I say it. And so since there's a relationship indicated there, that side of it looks really good. But since this card has come up, okay, it's all about flexibility. See the character doing yoga there in the main picture, and she's looking off into the distance and seeing all that gold in the sky, but she's kind of back from it a bit. She's kind of standing in the dark in that sort of portal there that she's standing in. Okay, so this energy hasn't come in yet exactly. It's on its way in. You can see it in the distance, but the more flexible you can be, the more powerful that influence is going to be. Okay, so think about sensuality, think about sexuality, and be, ready to explore both of those things as you go forward into this relationship, whatever it is. If by any chance this isn't a love relationship we're talking about and it's kind of a professional relationship, no matter. We are sensual beings. We're feeling things with the 5 senses all the time, and we're actually feeling things with the 6th sense all the time, but that's that much more easy to dismiss. So don't dismiss it, whatever you do, okay? Because what's in the distance there is pure gold, and it really is worth working towards. There's healing purple down below, and there's kind of just the whole universe, all that knowledge up in the gold above that. So I nearly said aim for that. In some ways, you don't actually have to aim for it, but let's say you should aim for it, really, because it is quite important. It's like an affirmation. No matter how much a thing is guaranteed, if you have an affirmation in your heart about this is what you want, excuse me, and this is what you want to go with, this is how you want to go forward in your life, then it's that much more likely that it will happen. We're creating our own reality all the time. So at the heart of the matter there, the Two of Cups, and everything that came before that and everything that's about to come after it pivots on the Two of Cups and means something there. Okay, so I'm back in Tarot in Wonderland, which is falling about all over the place. But if 20 cards fall out, I tend to think I've just spilled the cards, and I think that's what I just did there. So we've got them back together again, and let's say give us card number 4 of this 5-card spread, please, for the sign of Capricorn. Card number 4, let's see where we're going with that one. Okay, so we'll turn one over. And here he is. He is the Page of Wands. Okay, something of a reptile. This might mean in relationship terms you might have to kiss the frog a bit and hope that he or she turns into a prince or princess. But there he is. Looking very reptilian there, so back to my conspiracy theory ideas again. But it's a wand card, it's all about getting things done, and it is a powerful energy. It really is. It's just kind of a bit of a naive energy. The Page of Wands is quite a kind of naive character in the tarot, really, and he does need encouragement, and he probably is going to need his ego to be massaged a bit as well before he can really be at his best and before he can really give of his best. That's just the way he is, the Page of Wands. It's in his nature. So a young character here who is able to help and who is able to actually give you a lot of assistance, probably wants to give you a lot of advice as well, but I would take that advice with a pinch of salt because there's a naivety about this card, really, there is. Now, as a Wands card, this is fire sign energy, okay, Capricorn, so this is really about setting things on fire and getting things working and happening and moving forward. It's Leo energy, it's Sagittarius energy, it's Aries energy. This character could be any of those, really. And you need to think about your own birth chart. Where do those things sit in your own birth chart? Do look it up. If you go on any of the big astrology websites, you will actually be able to get a free birth chart from them fairly instantly. It happens quite quickly because it's something that's not too difficult to store on computers. It's statistical. I strongly recommend there's two that I recommend, and it's going to take your pick really. But there's Astrolab, whatever it is, which is my favourite one. That's alabe.com, ALABE.com. Okay, and that is quite a seriously worded one, but the information in it is brilliant. The other one I strongly recommend also, and it's a lot more chatty, it's kind of more friendly, but the information is just as good, cafeastrology.com. That's a good one as well. So think about, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries in your chart. Where is that going? And of course, with the Two of Cups there, I forgot to mention it, but that's water sign energy, okay? And that's the heart of the matter. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Is that anything to do with the relationship the other person in the relationship, or is that something to do with you, Capricorn? Is that a powerful thing in your chart? Check it out and find out. Right now, I'm with the chakra cards again, and I'm saying, tell us more, please, about the Page of Wands in this reading for the sign of Capricorn. Tell us more about the Page of Wands, please, in this Capricorn reading. Tell us some more about card number 4, the Page of Wands. So I'll turn one over, and here we go. Now then, we're into the solar plexus chakra here. This is about personal power, and look, we've got the raised fist there, and that's what we often like to think of as the raised fist of solidarity. It's a powerful symbol, and it's something people show when they're struggling against oppression of one kind or another. So the Page of Wands is going to be a powerful ally according to this, but think about your own solar plexus chakra as well. If you need to do chakra clearing exercises, then please do look them up. There's lots of videos and there's a lot online about chakra clearing. But in very simple terms, if you visualize each chakra and just visualize it as being gleaming, bright, clean and nothing to worry about, then you will essentially cleanse that chakra. So it's the solar plexus. It is actually all about personal power, and there are several solar plexus chakra cards in this deck, but they all come down to personal power. That is the meaning of this. And that raised fist of solidarity, this really is about assistance. This is about help coming in. Now, as we looked at the Ten of Pentacles and the Hierophant, that may be coming from another aspect of yourself, actually. But because it's the Page of Wands here, I'm going to say this is someone coming into your life and making a very positive and a very powerful difference to you along those lines, okay? But there we are. He's a wand card, so he's getting things done, and he is very much on your side, Capricorn. Okay, let's pop that one down. And now we get to the nitty-gritty, if we're not there already, and I hope we've been there in some shape or form during this reading so far, but it's time to ask for the outcome card. Okay, we'll do another chakra card, and we're going to do a card from Kyle Gray's Keepers of the Light deck for significance. Maybe even two if two fall out. We will see what happens. You just never know. They're big cards, so I quite often drop them. That's why I'm saying that. Okay. Now, if you guys are interested in doing readings and you just find the cards that much bigger than the playing cards deck and that much harder to shuffle, well, think of when you first shuffled a deck of ordinary playing cards. That would have been quite difficult as well. And you can kind of get used to shuffling the big decks. Quite easy to do, really. It's just a matter of keeping trying. And if you're on that journey and you want to actually be a tarot reader or an oracle reader, go ahead and do it, because it brings great things into your life, brings great knowledge with it, and really helps matters as you go on. Okay, so give us the outcome card, please. Tarot in Wonderland. Show us the outcome. Show us the outcome card in this reading for the sign of Capricorn. Let's see what we've got. Whoa, come here. They've got a mind of their own, these cards. But then that is the whole point of using them, really. And the mind of their own they've got is actually a combination of my mind and your mind. There's a soul family kind of connection thing going on here when we do these readings. Okay, so do look through my channel and have a check out of all the other readings on there, because it's powerful energy that brings us all together on YouTube. People say, oh, it's the internet, it's the internet. But it is, one of the most powerful ways that people join together and link with each other in modern life. Okay, so let's have a look now. Turn one over and we've got... Oh, now this is really powerful, really positive, and it makes a lot of sense because it's the Ace of Cups. So Cups energy, it's water sign energy again, Cancer, Scorpio or Pisces, somewhere around you, Capricorn. It's also showing longings and desires. That's what the cups are all about. And it's showing a hand outstretched there with an amazing chalice full of magical energy and a nice cup of tea. I'm going to have a nice cup of tea soon when I finish this reading, actually. If only I had it here, I would take a drink from it now. But it's no problem, because even though my cup is on the other side of the room, I know it's there and I know I can drink from it. Now, whenever there's a cup image, I want to say, are you a kind of a glass half full or a cup half full person or a cup half empty person? Maybe it doesn't matter if it's halfway up, there's plenty in it, but try and take a cup half full attitude, because there's a wonderful waterfall in the distance there, showing that great things can actually come in, showing that there's a flow of spiritual energy. And, this is one of the reasons we talk about drinking water, and some of the greatest oracle cards tell us drink more water, because it makes such a difference. The ancient people in way back into mythical times tended to put their biggest sacred monuments somewhere near a river because of the grounding, because of the cleansing effect of the water flowing all the time. And cleansing, that's an old version of using the word. It doesn't necessarily mean that anything's dirty in an insanitary sort of way. It just means really that we're cleansing and clearing away the energy that we've just had, which could be very positive and powerful energy. We're clearing that away and waiting for new things to come in. And we did actually start this reading with the Ten of Pentacles, suggesting that we've reached a stage of completion. So no matter how powerful influences might have been around you in this last leg of your journey as you got to the Ten of Pentacles stage, Capricorn, it may be time to clear away some of those things, because some of those things may no longer serve you. Okay, maybe a cord cutting exercise is needed, as I said when we got to the Hierophant there. Don't fear cutting the cords, because if you cut a cord that you accidentally shouldn't have cut, because really you still need that cord to exist, it will grow back, okay? Always, it will grow back. So the Ace of Cups, there's alchemy there as well. That's a word I haven't really used yet that I should have about the Ace of Cups. Alchemy, it's a powerful thing, the hand outstretched shows the spiritual possibilities, and there's the cup of tea in the picture as well, which is a lot more down to earth, something we can all do for ourselves. Okay, let's go into the chakra cards then and say, tell us more please about the Ace of Cups in this reading for the sign of Capricorn. Tell us more about the Ace of Cups and this whole reading, really, because it is the outcome card in this Capricorn reading. Tell us more please about the Ace of Cups. Okay, so we'll turn one over, and what have we got? Dreams. Right, we're really up in the higher chakras here. This is the purple of the crown chakra, and this really is where we interface with the spirit world. There is, of course, the soul star chakra above that, but although that's a very main point of contact with the higher realms and the spirit world, it's where it comes into our own head, into our own mind, that things are really important to focus on, because that's where it starts making sense to us. Now, we can visualize the crown chakra as a 1,000-petal lotus flower, and we can imagine all those petals opening one by one when we want to receive divine knowledge, and we can imagine them closing one by one when we need a rest. And closing your crown chakra is no bad thing from time to time, friends. You'd think it'd be better if it was open all the time for spiritual input, wouldn't you? But it's really not like that. If you imagine, a lot of people who use a crystal ball will put a cloth over that crystal ball when they're not using it. It's an affirmation that you want the energy to build up, and it will be, if you close the crown chakra, it works the same way, and then it's so much more powerful when you open it again. Okay, so connecting to your dreams here. Try and do that in the healthiest way possible. And look at that massive splash of light in the water. We're back with a water image, and this did come, of course, this did come out to support and tell us more about the Ace of Cups. So both very watery images there. Cups, of course, is a water sign card, and really I am seeing a lot of water sign energy in this card as well. So think about that Cancer, Scorpio and Pisces around you, or in your birth chart, or something to do with this relationship which came in as the heart of the matter here. Okay, it's definitely something to do with that, as much as, well, it's definitely something to do with all the cards we've had so far. Okay. But this is looking very positive. It's looking like a strong way forward, and it's looking like answers are coming in. That's the main thing, answers, and I think I'll put that in the title of this reading. I never try and guess the title before I've done the reading, by the way, because the title kind of grows out of whatever cards we've done and wherever we've been going. Now then, let's go into Kyle Gray's Keepers of the Light deck, which is this one. It's a fantastic Hay House deck. Really something that I've enjoyed working with and using, and I'm so glad I bought it. A lot of people kind of mistrust Hay House because they make a lot of money, but I would respectfully suggest that they make a lot of money because they're pretty good at what they do, actually. And of course, sadly, Louise Hay has passed away some time ago, but her wisdom goes on. As indeed does Doreen Virtue, and perhaps you've seen my Doreen Virtue video. I know a lot of people have found my channel through that video, which is, I think it's 2 or 3 years ago now that I did that, when Doreen Virtue converted to Christianity and told us we should all burn our cards because they're evil. Well, the wisdom that she had before that time lives on through her cards. These aren't hers, these are Kyle Gray's, and I've been saying, let's have some significance, please, about this reading that I've been doing for the sign of Capricorn. So we'll turn one over, and it's Freya. Phases and cycles. Just take a look at her there. She's a very serious character. And she's got the raven on her shoulder, which a lot of people associate with death. But it's kind of death of the old self, birth of the new self, death of the old life, birth of the new life. Out with the old, in with the new. That's what we're looking at here. And phases and cycles. Just because we're moving on from the last phase doesn't mean that it was harmful to us. That's what's got us to where we are now in all this positive flow of energy that's coming in. And she says, there is a beginning within every ending. Illusions are revealed and released. Yeah, so there's a big change coming in there. That, as a significator, is very powerful, and it tells us what the whole reading was about. So we've got 10 of Pentacles, you know, taking a rest and standing on the shoulders of those who've gone before as we move forward into a new phase. Then we've got the Hierophant telling us, consult ourselves, really. That's a lot to do with the third eye. You know, be the hermit, go inside yourself, even if it's for a short time. Make sure everything lines up the way you want it to. 2 of Cups, you don't need me to tell you too much about that. It's a well-known card. Looks like love is coming in. Looks like helpful, supportive relationships are going to be the norm as you go forward. And that's the Heart of the Matter card, so that's coming in already. Page of Wands, there's help there, there's assistance there, but be careful and look after whoever that Page of Wands character is, because he's young, he's inexperienced, and you're going to need to bring your own wisdom to bear as you go forward. And then Ace of Cups, that wonderful alchemy, that thought of the longings and desires we've got coming into being as long as we take a cleansing, healing attitude. And let's just show her again, Freya. She's a very beautiful soul, this Freya. Phases and cycles, that's what's really going on here, guys. And that's the important thing to remember. You know, everything that happens to us is part of a cycle somewhere along the line. Okay, well, I'm going to leave it there, Capricorn. Thank you very much for watching. Give me a thumbs up, please, if you've enjoyed this one. I'll be along soon with more readings. Check out my channel, subscribe, tap the bell so you don't miss anything. Leave me a comment, guys. It helps me zero in to who I'm doing these readings for. It's great to share the journey with you. So thanks for having this time with me today. I'll see you again very soon, Capricorn, and all the other signs. Take care of yourselves. Peace.